Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back for another episode of HunterTuned. It is a gorgeous day outside, minus the fact that it is 0 degrees outside. Now, I did a live stream last night at my buddy's shop, and we were talking about how beautiful it is in the wintertime and how, you know, the sky is, when it's clear, it is clear. The sun is bright, you know, the snow reflects the sun very well, and you know, it's just beautiful. But anyways, we were saying how nice it is in the wintertime until you look at the temperature. Because the temperature is really what keeps people from being outside and, you know, whatever.
Got the club going up on the Tuesday.
I'm working on the CRX. The coolant actually froze on me a few days ago and turned into like a slushy almost. So when I went to feel the lower radiator hose, it was, you know, like I said, like a slushy. So I came back out today and fired this thing up, and I let it run for like 10 minutes while I went inside and just let it warm up. Came back outside and it was boiling over. So it overheated on me, which completely sucks. I kind of procrastinated on getting coolant in it, and now I'm really paying for it, I guess, because I overheated the engine a little bit. So I'm hoping that everything's okay still. I didn't overheat it long. It just got a little bit warm. It wasn't, you know, crazy. So I am draining the radiator, and I'm putting in some straight coolant. I'm not mixing it. So hopefully we won't have the coolant be freezing up anymore. Like I said, I did mix it 50-50 when I did initially put all this coolant in, but it's been so freaking cold here in Wisconsin that, you know, it's freezing. So we're just going to go straight coolant and, you know, hopefully just make it work. Also, I am going to be replacing my shifter bushings in my CRX as well. I actually ordered these BWR Shifter bushings for the car right before Christmas, and they showed up the other day, so I figured I'd throw them in and see if we can get the shifter a little bit stiffer.
These nuts.
So I'm going to give you a quick comparison of how the shifter is right now, and then I will show you how to replace the bushings, and then we will test the shifter afterwards. Here is neutral. Here's first. Got a little bit of slop side to side. Not much forward and backward. Up and down, nothing. Second gear, same deal, a little bit side to side. And it's pretty smooth. Everything seems to go into gear very nice. Now, I currently have a factory rear shifter bushing, and then on the front, on the transmission side, I actually have a poly energy suspension bushing. I was meaning to buy shifter bushings just because my rear shifter bushing is the stock one still, and it has a lot, it was, you know, really loose. So I'm hoping these shifter bushings, I'll be able to tell a little bit of a difference. Okay, so I just got the rear bushing off. It is just held in by two 12mm bolts on the back of the shift linkage. Very self-explanatory, you know, very easy to do. I feel like I don't need to show you guys. It's just two 12mm bolts that go right into the frame. Take those down, and the bushing slides right out. So this is the old bushing. This is the new bushing. The new bushing is a two-piece unit, so it is very easy to install. One side goes on one side of the shift linkage, and the other side goes on the bottom. So I'm going to put this guy in quick. Alright, so I just got the rear bushing installed. I'm going to show you quick what it looks like. So there is the bushing installed onto the shift linkage. Like I said, just two 12mm bolts. It's pretty easy. Next, we will be installing the bushing that goes onto the transmission right here. Just held on by one 12mm bolt. First, I wanted to see if I could tell any difference between the regular shifter bushing and the billet aluminum shifter bushing from BWR. I'm going to actually hop in the car now and see if I can tell a difference with the shifter at all. Just with the rear bushing installed. The front one is still that poly bushing. Honestly, guys, this feels the exact same. I don't think it did anything. Yeah, so I don't think that rear bushing did a whole lot. It is kind of nice to have it because it, I feel like it'll just hold the linkage a little bit better. But as for shifter feel, I didn't notice any difference. All right, I just got the front shifter bushing off. This is the old one. This is a single piece unit polyurethane, I think energy suspension. And then this is the Blackworks Racing billet aluminum shifter bushing. This is a 2-piece unit, and this one was a single piece unit. So let's get this installed. All right, guys, so I just got my coolant all flushed out and some better stuff in there. Hopefully the coolant doesn't freeze anymore. And I got the shifter bushings installed. So figured I'd show you how the shifter bushings are now that we got the front one and the back one installed. Both of the aluminum BWR shifter bushings. So, first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. I feel like forward and backward, like going into gear, feels a little bit different, like just more precise. But I mean, the side to side, the shifter play is the same. I can tell you that it just feels a little bit better, going into gear. Like more precise, like I said. But as for shifter slop, it did not really do much of anything. I feel like the shifter slop is either in the shifter itself or like your linkage elsewhere other than the bushings. Unless your bushings are completely gone, but that's usually not the case. I will probably buy a dual bend shifter for this thing eventually. This is just an eBay shifter in here currently, but I do plan on getting a dual bend shifter of some sort because those shifters make the whole shifter way better. So. Alright guys, I'm just taking a drive right now to test out these shifter bushings, and I'm going out onto the lake. This is a different spot. This is the big lake, or they're all connected, but yesterday I was in the bay, and this is the big part of the lake right here, where it's like 13 miles wide, and I mean, you can go 40 miles in either direction. But yeah, here we are. Normally, when you come out here, there's going to be these bridges right here. I'll get out and show you quick. So normally there's going to be these bridges right here, which these are for cars and trucks to go across the cracks. Normally there's going to be a crack right around where the water actually gets deeper. And it hasn't cracked big yet, but I'm sure it will soon. And then the ice will actually shove, and you'll see a bunch of like heaves of ice coming up. And these bridges pretty much allow you to cross over the crack where, the water opened up. Kind of crazy. Alright, so I feel like I'd give you guys an updated impression on the shifter bushings now that I've driven the car. And I can tell a difference, I really can. Going into gear, it's a lot crisper. I feel like, like I said, the forward and back motion of going into gear and in and out of gear is a lot better. You can tell a difference. It's not crazy, but you can tell something is a little bit better. As for the side-to-side play, yeah, that's kind of not fixed with this, but yeah. My overall impressions, would I buy these shifter bushings again? Yes, I would. Just because I kind of like the fact that they're aluminum and 2-piece. They're a lot easier to install, and they kind of just look a little bit better. So yeah, I would definitely buy these again. Ease of installation, it was super easy, like I said. 2-piece bushing design is a lot easier to put together than the single-piece bushings, like those energy suspension poly bushings that go in the front. Yeah, that one's kind of a pain to get installed, as these ones are not as bad. Fitment, everything was good, and everything fit very nice. The tolerances seemed very good. They fit into the sleeve of the shifter, just how they should. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video here. I'll probably be getting out onto the lake a little bit more maybe in a few days, but it's brutally cold here still. I mean, it's 0 degrees for a high today. It's not even getting above 0, so not exactly ideal for coming out and playing around on the ice. So hopefully in a few days it'll warm up a little bit, and we'll go plow a track with the four-wheeler, and we'll go rip some more with the CRX and the studded tires. But yeah, hit the like button if you guys enjoy the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you later.